As he walked by the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he said to them, "Follow me, I will make you fishers of people." Immediately they left their nets and followed him. As he went from there, he saw two other brothers, James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John, in the boat with their father Zebedee, mending their nets, and he called them. Immediately they left the boat and their father, and followed him. It is not the only time in the gospel that following Christ pulls you from your father. Let's do some game devin. I love game. So what were we doing before? We were doing this. It makes me a little sad. Now this platform is too high. But what if we move it lower? Spectrum. Oh, that scared me. We should be able to reach now. We are. We have our table. Let's see if we can have this, like, just randomly choose icon. When we initialize it, icon should randomly choose the image. Very silly. So, loading screen icon is texture. Texture. Let's see if that works. That shouldn't work. I don't think it's going to. Yeah, it did. It's looking for like a literal. Oh yeah, and the music. Should probably post my live stream also. I forgot to do that. Alright. Oh wow. I don't think that's gonna work though. Could be something like this. An integer or mice. Let's see if this works. What? Oh. Now let's see. Now what? I'm gonna have to use like some kind of for loop. Going with account. Oh, we don't remove the violence. Glad I didn't accept that. Why are we comparing? Yes. 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 Let's see. I don't know. That was a lot of stuff happening all at once. Okay. So that happened. Let's see if this fixes it. Oh, 107 and 2. Let me just see if it's... That made it. "9 p.m. secret stream? Yup. Gonna be here for 2 more hours. We're currently working on a loading screen right now, but welcome, Iron Lung. Welcome. It's wonderful to see you. We have 2 loading icons right now, and we can make more. Just finished work, eating some dinner. 2 hours? Yup. About, more like 1 hour, 30 minutes. Because I do have, what day is today? Yeah, Saturday. I do have, today is Waffle House day for me. I'm gonna go to Waffle House for breakfast. You can see we have we have a couple scenes. If I do this one. Makes me feel good. I don't know. There we go. I never had a waffle before. Had plenty of pancakes though. Yeah, I haven't gotten a waffle from Waffle House yet. So maybe I should try one. I've only gotten the they make these hash brown bowls and they make this like little plate. It's like an $8 plate and it's two pieces of toast, some grits, and scrambled eggs. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. Our initialization broke. What are grits? It's not potato based, it's corn. It's like cornmeal. Let me look it up. Show you. They're delicious. I love them. I only recently like started eating them. It's kind of like cornmeal, you know, it's like cornmeal. This is what they give you at Waffle House. And they just got a slice of cheese on it. But like that's honestly my favorite part. It melts. Like these things are really hot. The grits are really hot. So, yeah. And it's just cornmeal pretty much. It's kind of like a cornbread, but more like a cornbread but with more liquid. It's kind of like a porridge maybe. Kind of like oatmeal. It's like a savory oatmeal. And they just have a piece of cheese and like as you're eating it, the cheese is melting. It's so delicious. I love it so much. And on top of that, I do appreciate, I noticed you gave me a like on my live stream. Very grateful. I try making it, seems simple enough. Yeah, it's super simple. You just need some cornmeal. Cornmeal, butter, salt. Don't really need much else. You don't have to, Iron Lung, but if you have any ideas for what we should work on, you're absolutely welcome. Bat Frog, that was you, Giant Dad. Or I saw you sent me that image. I had to capitalize. Giant Dad, whenever you send me images, if you ever send me images, there's like a depending on what it is, there's a good chance I'll make it the thumbnail, of the live stream. Depending on the content, of course. Sometimes remember you sent me that fish. Fish is too small. I want to use the fish, but the fish is just too small. I can't. I did as soon as you said he was the first. I won't. I won't lie. Oh, I see. Ah, what do we work on today? I thought this would take longer. The damage slash death animation? Sure, we could try to figure out something damage. Let me think. So first of all, let's open GitHub. GitHub. Have some effect even if it's not lethal. Oh, you meant killing the enemies. I was about to think about like, how's the player gonna die? My idea? So, there's this character right here that you're kind of working with in the game, and his name is Nail. Uh, some kind of biblical intentions with that name. But the idea I had for damage, Because the idea behind Slink's character is that she has like wisdom but not knowledge, and she's like pretty much like materially she's like inert. So ah, I'm like stumbling over. I'm thinking about so much stuff. I'm struggling to talk. Um, so my idea for how you take damage, because like realistically, this stuff can't really hurt her. You know, she doesn't absorb any momentum from it. Um, like if you punch her, then you just like get all the force back because she's inert. She cannot absorb energy at all. So my idea is that every single time you get hit and you like quote unquote die in the game, it's because you collected this little effigy, this guy right here, you collected him, and he's like teleporting you back to like your spawn point every time he thinks you're about to get hurt. So every time this guy thinks you're about to get hurt, he pulls his magic and he like saves you pretty much. Um, which I don't know. That's just like my idea. So like for example, I had ideas about how okay, so like let's say the enemy shoots a projectile at you and it hits. The projectile hitting you, the way that I want to visualize that is that Slink just like disappears. She just disappears and the camera is positioned like where she was. And then it just kind of fades out. Like she just gets like snapped out. She just gets like snapped out of the way whenever she gets hit. Um, Definitely better than what I'd come up with. I'm sure I mean, you're creative too. I don't know. I feel like you'd come up with something interesting. I've noticed not just with my own stuff, but also with other people that there's like you don't really consent to creativity, you know? Like even the dumbest, like least disciplined people I know, they have like some idea that I think is like not like creative, if that makes sense. Like maybe a good way to put it is that the act of creativity comes from flaws. Um, I remember talking about this not that long ago that if you're making a game, you really shouldn't be paranoid about copying another game because you're not going to do a good job at copying that other game anyway. You're going to like accidentally make something unique. Or at least that's my idea. That's how I feel. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Now, where is properties? No. Filters? There it is. Let's see how that sounds. Wake up. You get what you're saying? Yeah. Like I remember the Million IQ Man. I still think about the Million IQ Man. Like, yep, that's the iron lung thing. This has 2 decibels. And I ain't forget the promise I made you. If you don't do nothing with the Million IQ Man, then I will.
to my skin. That's my medicine. Don't ask me how I've been. I see that grin. You're so fake, bitch, only out to win. You bad the lies you said were spread too thin. I'm DDK, so I'm dying to know. Knew these bitches like, whoa. You put on quite a show. Even for such a hoe. I'm just trying to grow.
Good idea.
I'm making all this dough.
I wish I had the same kind of motivation. Felt like I was hitting a brick wall so much. I kind of felt that way too when it came to animation. Just like drawing 2D in general, like it's such an intimidating skill to try to learn. I haven't like really gotten anywhere with 2D, but something that's kind of like helped out a little bit is that I already know 3D, and like one time like Joey posted like draw something, and I had the thought like, okay, I'll just like render something in 3D, and then I'll go in 2D and I'll like just kind of use that as a reference and basically just do everything short of like tracing the 3D. Like pretty much just cheating. So how is this damage for the enemy is gonna work? Can I just free them? I know ultimately I don't want to free them. Let's think. Enemy. Enemy dot. What is that? What is that thing called? I need to look at my old code. Forget what the technique is called. Maybe they should go into a frenzy or like a fear state if they're attacked. That way they don't actually need to die. My idea for like part of the challenge of the game is that there's certain things you don't want to kill, but if you lock onto them, you need to like then figure out how to make sure your attack fails. Because if you attack them, they will die. Like, I don't really plan on having any kind of health bar system in the game. Like, if you attack something, it's dead. And then, like, the question is, how do you attack the thing? And I want to make, like, certain kinds of attacks, like, give you more resources and whatnot, and maybe I'll give you some material reason, like, yeah, you don't want to kill this thing because it's gonna load, or whatever. I don't know. But that's my idea. At least right now. This stuff's always welcome to change. You know. So if I say something that like sounds like, oh, I don't like that, then you know it's a good thing that you are watching my live stream, you know, and you're in the chat room. That way you can tell me that you don't like it, and maybe you can convince me to change my mind. I was talking about this. I remember telling you this like 2 days ago or something. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't remember. You know, it's impossible to learn just by thinking really hard. You can't just think really hard by yourself and learn anything. I go. What I'm thinking about right now is I need to push and pull, so I need to find my old code. Because I know I've done this before, but I forgot how I did it. I think it was. Is it this game? Let's see. I'm not sure it is. Might be. Might be. Okay. Spawner. Is that right? Rescued. I just worry I'll poison the game? No, that's not. You shouldn't even think about stuff. You shouldn't even think about, you know, you shouldn't entertain that thought. Entity. Whoa. What's going on? The wind songs? Oh, that's my bad. The wind sounds in the song were tripping me out. Sorry, Iron Lung. On enemies. Find closest. Maybe it'll be a part. AI. Huh. I mean, maybe let me see. Let me see if I can use what's good. Okay, buy SMLSD. Whatever's going on, you have a good one. So you like the show The Boys? I haven't seen it. I see like clips of it. You know, I don't know what it's about at all, to be honest. What is this button? Oh, profiles. Swap and pop. Swap and pop. Swap and pop. Haven't seen it properly. The show just finished up. I'm still kind of salty about how they ended it. Maybe I gotta start. Maybe I gotta start watching. I need to consume more art. I keep talking about how I want to play like video games on the live stream, but then I don't. Tell you what, today's Saturday. The next live stream, the next live stream has to be a gaming stream. I have to make it a gaming stream. I need to force myself to play a video game or something. I need to consume more art. Public. You must consume media. It's true. You can't make art unless you consume art. What? Oh. It's funny because sometimes I don't like listening to music because I don't want to taint my subconscious. Yeah. Well, it's like you have to, right? Like I do not like the way that Sexy Red music sounds, but I have to listen to Sexy Red, or else I'm just gonna. Oh, crap. When did I make you? I don't remember making all that. Yeah, we have a little. I only know Trippy Red. Heard, I've heard of him, but I don't know anything about him. What? Wrong with you? I can do the lyrics to some Ice Spice songs. Yeah, it's like Jesus went into the tax collectors' houses, right? Jesus went to the places that he didn't like because he had to understand them. Um, we shouldn't avoid things. We shouldn't avoid the things that we don't want to create. Jesus also says that, eating swine doesn't make you a swine. He said that you are not what you eat. It is what comes out of you that defines who you are, not what goes in. So it's based on the verses like that that I think it's a good idea. It's a good idea to engage with the things that you may not be interested in or may not like or may not get any kind of enjoyment out of, or even things that you think will be bad for you and like make you a worse artist or make you worse or make you a more immoral. You should still interact with them. It's the same way we were taught to deal with some sins like pride. The only way to deal with pride is to put your pride out in the open so that you can be humiliated. You know, you're not told to eliminate pride by just thinking about it really hard and deciding to stop being prideful. You have to actually take action. You have to allow yourself to be humiliated. And humiliation does not come from within. Humiliation comes from without. We are transformed from by that which is without. And when I say from without, I mean like just from something that isn't inside of you. You don't transform yourself. If you could transform yourself, then we wouldn't need his sacrifice. But hopefully we should be able to remove enemies now. How projectile explode. On God? Red Iron Lung. On God. When the Pharisees confront Jesus about him claiming to be God, he doesn't say, yeah, I'm God. He also doesn't say no. He says, is it not written that ye are gods? It's you. It's second person plural is God. Second person plural is always God. I swear you weren't this Christian a while back. What's going on? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I have for a while. I have been like, kind of like subconsciously, but it's only been pretty recently I've been trying to like read books. You know what I mean? Um, so maybe it's just putting me in that state of mind. I don't mean to be like, I don't mean to be like preachy. I'm only saying all this stuff to be, I'm only trying to be reassuring, if that makes sense. Not saying it's bad or anything, I'm just surprised. I see. Oh, what? Why? BB. I feel like trick it into doing what I want. Why not have... I'm in the completely wrong thing, oh my gosh! I was in the completely wrong project. That's funny. I'd follow Christianity before any other religion personally. Been so contributory to Western civilization. I mean, it's contributed to like the concept of civilization. You know what I mean? Um, like all the stuff that's good about, like, if for whatever there is that you might consider good about um like Muslim civilization or like, you know, Eastern civilization. And I just bring them up because they're somewhat similar. They're somewhat similar, but they're also very obviously very different. All the good stuff that they have is like holdovers from Christianity. um, and moreover, something I personally observe is that all of the like stuff in Western culture, quote unquote, that doesn't come from Christianity is the stuff that I don't like. It's the stuff that like kind of sucks. Like just one example, I've been reading about these economies. The idea came from Rome, the idea that all debts shall be paid. That's like a pretty recent, and when I say recent, I meant like economically recent. That's a Roman idea. The idea that all debts should be paid, because before this, the standard model of civilization was that all debts would eventually be forgiven through some sort of jubilee. And of course, Christianity, you know, Jesus definitely engages in a forgiveness of debt. Um, but it's like the idea that all debts have to be paid, and that, for example, if you're in debt and you can't pay the debt, you're going to be enslaved. You're going to be enslaved, and then your children are going to be enslaved, and they're going to inherit your debt. You know, null taxes. Yeah, it's like absurd systems of taxation, temple taxation specifically. Jesus did not was famously not a fan of the temple tax. He was not a fan of what was, I forget his name, Ele something, the guy who made the Pros Bowl, which was a idea for like, hey, we're gonna have the state take on some of the debt so that when the Jubilee comes, these creditors aren't going to, you know, stop lending because they know that it's going to get forgiven. So we're just going to have the state pick up on the debt, like, and that was like the merger between like you know, like ancient like Judea, ancient, that was what united Jerusalem to Rome pretty much, was the Pros Bowl. Um and Jesus found that disgusting. He did not like the temple tax. He did not like debt. Jesus was not a fan of creditors. So he decided to stop being a creditor and he forgave the debt. And I just say that as an example because something I've been, I think a lot of people who are like, who like call themselves Christian, they call themselves Christian purely for its allegiance to like Westernism. Um which is really like, this is a form of paganism that they have. It's like, well, all the, do you really like, do these people, do you really like Western civilization, or do you just like Christianity, and like Western civilization divorced from Christianity, it like sucks? Because that's been my experience, is that Western civilization divorced from Christianity sucks. Although that is in light of the idea that all of these civilizations, which fall short of Christianity, also suck. So I do believe it divorced is no good. Yeah, I'm not trying to preach. You know, you can disagree with me. That's, I'm completely fine with that. Like I disagree with myself from like 2 years ago. you talked to me about this stuff 2 years ago, I would have said, well, the development of civilization is like dependent. Christianity wouldn't be what it is without the civilizations that surrounded it. Like that's kind of what I would have said like 2 years ago. Um, so it's like if I can disagree with myself, then I can definitely disagree with a friend. You know what I mean? What am I looking for? I'm looking for my rockets. Or projectiles? Update. Nice. If UK, Australia, Canada, and the USA, but so many more in the US, it'd take a while to match the ratio. That's why there's been a lot of unrest. I believe in a lot of these Western countries that are being overtaken. Uh-huh. I mean, something I think about is like the idea, because it's not like being overtaken like by a foreign thing. That sounds kind of bad. What I mean by that is it's not like other people are like forcing the UK and Australia, Canada, like whatever. It is these aren't like they're not being brought here against our consent. Uh, well, of course, like individually, me and you, it is against our consent, but it is with the consent of Western civilization. Like it is a fruit of Western civilization that this thing you don't like is happening. The what like Western civilization decided this is what it wants, and me and you may happen to disagree with Western civilization. That is. Your body free. No. So if you hit something, what do we do if you hit something? The rocket hit something. I don't know. I'm thinking. Probably considered semi-radicalized because I believe in like nationalism. I mean, yeah, like you believe in something I notice when people get like radicalized is that like it's less you're getting pushed from like one place to another and it's more like you're just being pushed like out. You know what I mean? Like Like I have friends who were in high school, they were like anarchists or whatever, or like, and then like right now they've like just made a complete 180 and now they're like a Nazi or something, you know? And I've like all the opposite cases too, where it's like, oh, you were a Nazi in high school and now you're like a now you're some kind of like, you know, that kind of person, um, the opposite kind of person from that. So like all these spheres of radicalization, they're ultimately like searching for the same thing. The giant lack of integration, yeah. They're not being integrated because the society doesn't want them to integrate. That's kind of the, I don't know, it's kind of like the sad observation I make. It's like, it's not even their fault. Like all the immigrants that come over here and like make, make people mad by like not speaking the language right, not like adapting really. Um, they they're just doing what they're told. I can't even like be mad at them. Now, do you still use your phone? I do. I do. I have OBS on the second monitor, so I should probably be looking. I kind of like have it in my peripheral, and then like my phone is just like closer, and I can like read stuff better on it. Because on OBS all the text is like so tiny. So it's like I'll see the message in OBS, and then I'll like look at my phone to like actually read it. Or there we go. Nice. Just running. So it's set up the same. Yeah, it's like vaguely the same. But I do have a second monitor now, and it makes streaming like so much nicer. It's not even funny how much better it is now. So let's see if this works. We're just gonna see if the enemies die. Hoping they do. Something bad has happened. All of the enemies have stopped updating. This is tragic. Oh no! Our table! It's broken! That was scary. Scary. What happened? This kind of stuff don't happen in Unreal? Yes, it does, you liar. What? That didn't work. I poisoned it? No, you're fine. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure this out. Let's see what happens now. It's like, have you got a backup on a hard drive? I hate for a Toy Story event. I mean, I have it saved on GitHub. Uh, I probably should be making more backups though. Oops. Fingers crossed, yeah. Don't worry, games break all the time. What they do. Let's see if this fixes it. Okay. Now what's wrong? Parameter space is null. That boy got blipped from existence? He did, but for some reason it broke. Try again. Nice. Secret exposed? Secret exposed? Who found... Who found my secret stream? A bot found my secret stream. What's good? Blackwater Gator Studios. We're currently working on this game. Still live, working on my own game. Taking a small break. You're working on a video game? If you have like a link to it or anything, be happy to look at that. Very interested in what other people are game deving. Right now we're just working on some stuff. Earlier in the stream we were working on this kind of like little loading screen I have. And right now we're working on actually making it so that when you shoot an enemy, it dies. Kind of see that little loading icon there. You shoot him. This buddy. No link. I see. Well, welcome to a little live stream. So now our enemies are able to die. Why is the animation broken? What is that? I can't even think about why the animation wouldn't play. The enemies can die, yes. But we have this little playpen. The Kiwis. Ooh. Cute. That's cute. What is going on? There's the bear. Wonder what made the animation stop playing. But the animation was still playing because is that a Godot bug? Like, see there now, there it's playing. There it has like all the replay. And of course, we kind of need to stop her from shooting at things that already died. That's kind of a unfortunate consequence. What do we do? How do we do that? It's cool seeing it come together. I'm glad you think it's cool. It gives me hope. It gives me hope that maybe I'm not wasting my time. What do I do? I'm really sketched out that the animation wasn't playing just then. Very sketched out. CS user? Yes, unfortunately. You're in C#. Not ideal, but I try to make it work. And I try not to be super C#y. You could probably tell. I don't need to say that. Maybe do a bit more testing Unsure? I can't like even think what's going on. It would be one thing if the animation was just broken, but the way that the animation was playing, like when you fire the rocket, that's tied to where you are in the animation. So it knew where I was in the animation. But it was still just not working. Uh, or actually, the problem was it was working, but the animation just wasn't playing. And I have like no idea how to make sense of that. If I go over here, is it if I if I transition scenes? See? Over here. What? Is that it? What am I doing on the first loading of the scene that changes? That is what's happening, but how? How is that even? See? Now it's not playing the animation. How does that even happen? Trying to think. Trying to think. Trying to think. Will it accidentally fix itself? I wish I could theorize. Be like a fly guessing why a horse. Yeah. Like, what is even going on here? This is silly. This is like this. This is the strangest problem I've had so far. Like it's working, but only kind of. That's what's sketching me out. What is changing? I mean, loading one scene and then next. And just to clarify, let's go into the Fulbright. Just to make sure, does it have something to do with loading this room in particular? No. Maybe there's a script that's not being implemented properly when you load back into the main area. It happens whenever, so it doesn't happen when we first start up the game, but it does happen whenever we load. But semantically, the way that my game works, at least so far, is it's identical. Like these two things are, theoretically, they are identical. Going to the second area without doing any damage. Let's see, that's a good test. Thank you, Iron Lung. We're in here, and we're just not gonna trigger the animation. Ugh. Right. Okay. That did do something. Iron Lung, you were right. And just to clarify, so what the hell is so strange? Would it be? Sorry, I'm just thinking. But yeah, we're gonna go into this room. But you were onto something, Iron Lung. You were. Great job. And then if I go in here, and then if I go in, ooh. So what is being changed? What is being preserved? There has to be something being preserved. But what would that be? The animation state it's in at the moment of death? Like, what would screw it up one time? What could it be? I wonder if that info is somehow being carried over, and so when you go back, it thinks the dead code is still running. It should be. Probably irrelevant, but I figure it's worth saying. I'm trying to, yeah, that's kind of, I mean, what you're talking about is basically what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what is going on here? What am I setting here that gets carried over? That's it. Would there be a live console that you can see while the game is running? I wonder if you simulate the issue, whether there might be something learnable from the console when the issue happens. I do have a console. You can kind of see it like right down there. Not, it's not like a console like I programmed. It's just like Godot's debugger. Um, but it's not giving me anything that seems useful. But let's see if what I just did fixed it. Okay. Now let's see. This is like the only thing I could think of that might persist. But why? For what reason is the animation not peaking? This is the only other thing I can think of. Oh no, actually, never mind, that was wrong. Isn't gonna change anything. What is going on that is causing this fire? Not fire. But it is firing, because otherwise the animation would not work at all. Like the animation is functionally working. Do you defer all your scene changes by chance? Defer call. I do. But as far as I know, none of the data from like that my player stuff is executing should be carried over. I mean, there's some static fields which are attached to the type, but for like a deferred call, the setup we have here is I like process pending scene changes. If I go to main here, let's see right here. I just kind of set a bool whenever we change the scene. I'm trying to think what is a meaningful difference between loading the game, just entering the game at its entry point, and loading a scene from another scene. Trying to think. Add another room just for testing purposes. That's kind of what this room is for all the rooms we have so far. We have a couple with like assets in them. We'll figure it out. Don't worry, Iron. We'll get this. What if... Just say 2. And I don't like that being in a really hot path, but this will just give us an idea. Idea giver? Yeah. They are very helpful ideas. Drinking some Mango Loco right now. Getting pumped for game deving. I'm glad. Glad. I think I got about like 15 more minutes in me. It's been a short stream, but I did have a. I would just like cancel it and keep streaming, but there are people that will be waiting on me if I keep going for too long. But we go over here. Fire. Short but productive? Somewhat productive. Somewhat. I've had more productive before. It's a Saturday night here, so if you hop on later, it might still be up. I got you. Oops. Now let's see over here. False. So the animation is still being registered as if it's being played. It's like behind the scenes it's being played. But in here it's not. Which is so strange. Don't feel the need to if you weren't though? Oh, you're fine. Fine. I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I might catch up on some sleep, but probably be on today. Quest. By morning my time, will I catch your night stream? Maybe. Maybe. You'll see my screen went red. So the rest of the stream is in red mode. I don't know, do y'all see like the screen like becoming red? Or is that just like me? I couldn't the other day. I see. So it's like hardware level maybe? I don't know. But my screen has gone red and I can like barely see. You get the full spectrum? I see. Ah. I wonder if it changes anything to only do this animation. Oh, no running now. I'm like I'm so weirded out by what's going on. Is that guy on your background? This? That's Sexy Red. You don't know Sexy Red? We got Sexy Red on the background. She's helping me game dev. I'll have to look her up. Alright. Let's see. It's a whole different world. Ah. Let's just see what happens if we do this. That kind of music scene compared to what I'm used to. Yeah, it's different from what I'm used to. So. It's cool though, I can see the appeal. The reason I've been listening to it is specifically because I don't see the appeal, but I know that I should. Sexy Red is for the masses. You know, Sexy Red is for the people. So if I can't appreciate Sexy Red, then that means that I can't appreciate the people. And you know what the Bible thinks about people who don't appreciate other people. I'm just like so bewildered. it. Is this it? I wonder if everyone's used the Bible as a weapon, not figuratively. Oh yeah. Sure. Alright, so now let's see. That's some biblical zest. I really thought I had it. I really thought I had it. God. Okay, let's keep going. It ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep going. Ah. That's a good little proverb. Okay, so what the hell is happening? That this is like filters. Filters are enabled. That's eye-opening. So the filters are not important, and resetting the blend amounts doesn't seem to be. So the problem is definitely not, despite my best intentions, the problem is definitely not that, what am I saying? The problem is not that the like startup for holding your gun is overwriting the shooting gun. That's what I thought the problem was before, but it's all but confirmed now. It's definitely not the problem. Like, what? This is the only other thing I can think to disconnect. Now let's see. Hopefully it won't be too tricky. I mean, it's like not that bad of an issue, but it's still bothering me. It's the kind of thing where I'm just like, I noticed it and it's getting to me. So that did not fix it. Unfortunately, that did not fix it. Like, what could it be? The only thing I can think is that it reaches the end of the animation and then it's like just not like restarting. Like that still works. Now if we go in here. Alright. We're gonna fix this. We are going to fix this, but I have to go or I'm gonna be late. Thank you everyone who came by. I'm sorry that I couldn't get this fixed in time. But it's whatever. It is whatever. I hope y'all all have a wonderful morning. I know I am. And yeah, goodbye, friends.